guys, welcome back. I'm almost a month behind in these, and please forgive me. Hopefully they're not going to take that long to edit. They're going to be just quick and dirty. I'm finally reviewing the first 3 episodes of The Mandalorian. First episode, of course, was called The Apostate. Mando's trying to, there's this whole story arc where he's trying to redeem himself in the living waters under the mines of Mandalore, according to the, basically, religion of Mandalore. My favorite character in that was definitely Grogu. Honestly, he's kind of stealing the show this round. I mean, he has since he came into it, but he really grabbed my attention the most this episode. My favorite moment was when they were back on the planet, oh shoot, and they really turned the place around, and he's looking for a droid smith, and he ends up going to the Anzellans, which of course are the species that Babu Frick was. Now I know the sequel trilogy gets a lot of flack, but I honestly thought Babu Frick was hysterical. These guys were even funnier. I was laughing my head off, as you can see in the reaction video. And yes, I'm going to link all the reaction videos to episodes 1 through 3 down below. My favorite lines in this episode were the Anzellans talking to, Grogu was picking up like, ooh, and he's, no squeezy, bad baby. That was so funny. My least favorite part was the reveal of the Pirate King. He totally looked like a creature from the Black Lagoon covered in water weeds. It was over the top campy. I mean, I know George Lucas has proclaimed himself the king of bad dialogue, but they didn't have to go that hard. Now the scores for this episode, it seems to be not quite as good quality, not because of Andor. I did not enjoy Andor. It's definitely enjoyable, but the quality does seem to have dropped a little bit, even though you do have to remember the main audience of Star Wars is 12-year-olds. That's how George intended it. That being said, I give the acting a 7 out of 10, cinematography 7 out of 10, characters 7 out of 10. Story and music were the strong points. They each get 8 out of 10 for an average score of 7.4 out of 10. Not as high as it was when season 2 ended. And I'm sorry to say, it only drops from there in quality, at least as far as most things go. Episode 2 of Season 3 of The Mandalorian was called The Mines of Mandalore. Again, my favorite character was Grogu. I like that we got to see him use the Force some more. My favorite moment, hands down, the Mythosaur reveal. We was not expecting that at all. But Peli running the scam of, trading parts out and then charging people to put them back on Bone to Eve was a close second. I mean, she's very entertaining, but she's also like, hey, sort of on the fringes of what's legal, but that's what makes her entertaining. My favorite lines are definitely from Peli when she was talking to Grogu as he jumps out of the N1 into her arms. Who taught you to leap like a lerman? And of course I'm thinking, Luke did, but you had to watch the Book of Boba Fett to understand that. Least favorite part was definitely when Mando got captured by that mech alien. That freaked me the heck out. I was getting Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds vibes from that. It freaked me the heck out. Did not like it at all. Also the little scare, anything related or looking like a bug freaks me the heck out, especially with the low lighting. And I have to say the low lighting was definitely, it took away from this episode really bad. It reminded me of Solo, and that's a very bad thing. So the acting gets a 7 out of 10. Cinematography, it was so dark unless you turn off all the lights in your viewing area, you could hardly see what was going on. That gets a 5 out of 10. Characters, 7 out of 10. Story was a little bit higher, 8.5 out of 10. Music took a step down, 7 out of 10. Giving Mines of Mandalore an unfortunate score of 6.9 out of 10. It was enjoyable, love the Mythosaur review, but honestly the low lighting, that just killed it for me. Sorry guys. Did you learn nothing from Solo? And now finally reviewing episode 3 of season 3, The Convert. I'm not sure who my favorite character in here was. It may be Dr. Pershing, even though people say, oh, he's all wimpy. I can relate to him. I've got severe social anxiety. When I'm dropped into a completely new environment, especially if I have not had any time to cope with it, I can feel very, very out of place, very self-conscious. It's just not a good time for me, so I pity him, and also the glasses. He's the only character with glasses, and I'm here for it. My favorite moment was definitely the battle at Kalevala with the TIE fighters. This opening space battle, so good. Absolutely loved it. It really felt like Star Wars, especially when the TIE fighters came in there, you know, sort of banking in the canyons of Bo-Katan. That was great. My favorite line was spoken by Bo-Katan. She may have been my favorite character on here, even though we hardly see her. When she was talking about the N1 shooting down TIEs. Not bad for an antique. I got a kick out of that. That was really nice. My least favorite part in this episode was definitely the bootlicking politicians at the Opera House. It was just cringe. And also the gal from Gideon's ship. First setting up and then double-crossing Dr. Pershing and turning the Mind Flayer up. People have been asking, why'd they leave her alone in there? That was the part that had me going, ah! I mean, I knew what she was going to do, and it still just irritated the living heck out of me. So the acting and cinematography and characters were definitely the high points in this episode. They all get 8.5 out of 10. Story was the absolute best part. I know people are like, oh, it was boring. Setup. They're definitely doing a setup, and I'm here for it. I can't wait to see where they go with this. That gets a 9 out of 10. Best story so far of the series. But I do hope they go back and focus on Mando and Bo-Katan in the next episode. Music, good, 8 out of 10. And that gives episode 3, The Convert, an average score of 8.5 out of 10. So there you go, guys. That has been a very much summarized review from the Clumsy Jedi of the first 3 episodes of The Mandalorian Season 3. Can't wait for the new episode tomorrow night. I'm hoping to get that review up no later than maybe early the following morning, even though I'm going to be focusing most of my energy on editing the reaction video. I did find my GoPro, but I want to keep doing reaction videos with my main camera because the quality is way better. Main problem, it shuts off automatically and I can't tell when it's going to do that, so that's something of a minor gripe. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Star Wars content that is positive for the most part, go ahead and click that little subscription button down below. With the Mandalorian definitely diving into a little bit more PG-13 territory, I cannot promise that any of the reaction videos are going to be 100% family friendly. I try, but editing on my ancient machine, which I still haven't upgraded, it's not easy. Not easy at all. So, the question of the day is, of the first 3 episodes of The Mandalorian Season 3, which one was your favorite and why? Go ahead and post a comment. Please keep them free from profanities, as always, because anything with profanity, I'm going to have to get rid of because apparently I can't edit comments. I can only keep them or delete them. Sorry, guys. That's just the way things are. Those are my rules, and I'm sticking to them. But I will see everybody again, probably, I'm hoping tomorrow night. If not, then sometime on Thursday with my episode 4 review and reaction in no particular order. But until then, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. And may the Force be with you.
Do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy. Crush the rebellious subscribe button and turn on notifications. Do it.